Jason Statham, Nicolas Cage, Bill Skarsgård, and many other famous actors are going to be starring in some of the biggest action movies in 2023 and 2024. If you're in the mood for some killing, or you're in the mood for some laughing, we've got it all on this list. If you want to see some real Tom Hardy action in 2023, then this movie is definitely going to be for you. It's a British-American action thriller, which is going to center around Detective Walker, played by Tom Hardy. He will try to save the son of a politician from a corrupt underworld. The plot thickens when the detective realizes that the entire drug scandal is linked to the dark web of conspiracies. Alongside Tom Hardy, we're going to see Forrest Whitaker, Justin Cornwell, Louise Guzman, and Timothy Olyphant in the leading roles. We currently don't have the exact release date, but we know it's going to be available for streaming on Netflix in 2023. The movie's director, producer, and writer is the one and only Gareth Evans. The movie began filming back in July of 2021, and principal photography ended on October 22, 2021. Since then, the movie has been in post-production, which tells us that we shouldn't have to wait too long for the release date. The first Extraction movie in 2020 was pretty successful. It received an average rating of 6.7 out of 10 from over 200,000 reviews, and all of that with a small budget of $65 million. We don't know if the success of the movie was due to the fact that Chris Hemsworth had the leading role, or maybe it was because the plot was so enticing. Well, whatever the case may be, Tyler Rake, aka Chris Hemsworth, is back as the SASR operator. He is still a Black Ops mercenary, and together with Nick Khan, played by Golshifteh Farahani, and Yaz Khan, portrayed by Adam Bessa, they are going to be on another mission. The movie is going to be released on Netflix, and it started production in May of 2022, when Joe Russo was hired to produce the sequel to the film. The Russo brothers intend to turn this movie into a franchise, and instead of creating 1 or 2 movies, they want to create an Extraction universe. Extraction 2 started filming in September of 2021 in Sydney, Australia, and by April of 2022, they were done with everything. Currently, the movie is being marketed while the editors are putting the final touches on the movie. The first movie to hit theaters after New Year's, Operation Fortune: Ruse de Guerre, is going to have Jason Statham starring and producing the film. It hits theaters on January 4th, 2022, and the director is Guy Ritchie. From what we could see in the trailer, we know that this is going to be a spy action comedy. The plot was written by Ivan Atkinson, Marn Davies, and Guy Ritchie. Speaking of plots, we wanted to talk a little bit about smashing that like button just like you should do if you haven't done so already. Oh no, in all seriousness, we wanted to talk about the story behind the movie. Jason Statham is taking on the role of Orson Fortune, a super spy who has a team of top operatives. Their mission? To stop a billionaire's weapons dealer who intends to forever change the world order. How are they going to do that? Well, they're going to recruit the hottest guy in Hollywood at the time, an actor by the name of Danny Francesco, who is going to be played by Josh Hartnett. The movie will also star Aubrey Plaza, Cary Elwes, Bugsy Malone, and Hugh Grant. Grant is going to be the weapons broker that they will be trying to stop. Just 2 days after Jason Statham's movie, Nicolas Cage is going to be coming up with his new Western action movie. He will portray the leading role of Colton Briggs, who was once a very famous gunfighter. However, now Briggs is a changed man and wants to spend his life taking care of his family, but his past life still haunts him. One day, his wife is killed by the outlaw son of a man he killed in the past. Unable to forgive, Briggs takes his daughter on a journey to find his wife's killer and avenge her death. The official release date is set for January 6th, 2023. And besides Nick Cage, we also expect to see Ryan Kira Armstrong portraying Brooke, Shiloh Fernandez to play the role of Boots, Nick Searcy taking on the role of Marshall Jarrett, and Abraham Ben-Ruby playing Big Mike. After the initial success of the Blade movies, Marvel decided to bring back their favorite vampire killer to the big screen. The release date of the new movie is set for September 6th, 2024. And the movie is bound to start filming in 2023, so the new release would be ready in time. The new addition to the franchise will be called Blade, since the initial title, Blade the Vampire Slayer, reminded fans too much of Buffy. After a little fiasco with finding their director, Kevin Feige and Marvel finally landed Yann Demange to sit in the director's chair. They went through several scriptwriters before deciding to go with Michael Starbury. After all the tax scandals with Wesley Snipes, MCU decided to get a new actor for the leading role. After a long casting process, they finally set their sights on two-time Oscar winner Mahershala Ali. Right now, it's too early to tell. IMDb describes the movie as a dystopian fever dream, but in this action film, Boy, the lead character, is going to have his parents killed. Feeling helpless, this deaf, mute young kid is going to be trained by a mysterious shaman in the woods. After years, he's going to turn into a machine for killing, and judging by the title of the movie, we think that he's going to cause more trouble than anyone suspects. And of course, if you like the new adaptation of It the Clown, you're going to love this movie. Why? Well, because Bill Skarsgård is going to be playing Boy. We also know that Yayan Ruhian is going to be the shaman that trains Bill's character. Jessica Rother, Isaiah Mustafa, Andrew Koji, and many others are going to be playing alongside Skarsgård. After assembling all of the actors for the movie, they began filming in South Africa on Valentine's Day this year. We don't know if the movie wrapped filming, but it doesn't seem likely that they're still filming after 10 months. Also, the studio has still yet to tell us the official release date, but we know it's going to be sometime in 2023. If you like French comic books and are a fan of the one by the same name, then you're going to love this neo-noir action thriller that's set to be released on Netflix in 2023. We don't know when they're going to release the movie. We just know that they have cast Michael Fassbender in the leading role as Christian, aka the Killer. Tilda Swinton is also set to star in the movie. David Fincher is going to smash that subscribe button just like you should do if you haven't already. Oh no, seriously now. Fincher is going to direct the movie. The adaptation of the Killer comic book by Alexis Nolan is going to be adapted by Andrew Kevin Walker, and it's going to be produced by giants like Brad Pitt, Sean Jagan, and Didi Gardner. We know that principal photography for the movie began in November 2021 in Paris, and after over a year of moving from France's capital to New Orleans and even the Dominican Republic, they announced that the movie had wrapped filming on March 28, 2022, in St. Charles, Illinois. We know that Deadpool is a superhero movie, but this one's going to be a lot different. Instead of the usual fighting, we always have some shooting and some explosions going on in the back. Oh, and did we mention that Hugh Jackman will be reprising his role as Wolverine for the movie? That's right, Ryan Reynolds managed to convince Hugh Jackman to reprise his role as Wolverine. We don't know how they're going to do this, since Logan got a pretty epic send-off in his titular movie of 2017, but we know Deadpool 3 is happening. We know that Deadpool is going to be traveling through time in this movie, and we know that they are going to be fighting a common enemy. But other than that, we don't know much about the movie.
Sure, you had a lot of questions, but rest assured, we're going to answer them right now. Like, for example, how is Wolverine alive?
2024 can't get here soon enough. See you in the next video.